Let's warmly welcome Mr. Sagar Tarman. He is currently positioned as Director, Global Affairs at Renties International to drive global strategy and grow across Renties Limited subsidiaries globally. He has more than 15 years of experience and has worked with MNCs like Stanley Black and Decker, Dawson Burger, and Wipro for developing brands in India and Asia Pacific. He has expertise in international business strategies. Sagar will present a talk on electric and hybrid access equipment, road to sustainable and eco-friendly solutions. So let us please welcome Sagar.
So today's topic, which I've chosen, is like which will be the future of this industry, is like electric and hybrid access equipment, which is a road to sustainable and eco-friendly solutions. So as we have seen in the automobile sector, like lots of movement has been happened in terms of changing from diesel or the other fuel to the EV now. And similarly, in our industry also, we are not far behind. We have already good manufacturers who have been producing this EV from last so many years. Of course, the acceptability was lesser in the market, but now it's growing. So, Mr. Sagar can definitely address this because he is one of the biggest manufacturer of EV access equipments. We have been purchasing with Hulk as well. We have a big fleet of electrical EV access equipments in our fleet, and that's how Renties is also contributing for sustainable solutions. So as we all know how important the sustainability is now when it comes to running a business, because everyone wants to have their business sustainable and eco-friendly because of the environmental impact which is going on from so many years, which has affected the global warming and major issues of the environment. So our industry also contribute a bigger chunk in this because all the vehicles which are running right now, access equipments, maybe access equipment, cranes even, are mostly diesel. So we have to think on those grounds to see how we can help the environment as well. So in the construction industries, if I talk about the access equipment, it plays a major role. And if I'm not wrong, like statistically, like more than 15 to 16,000 access equipment must be only in India, which are running, and 85 to 90% are mostly not electric as of now, or not the hybrid ones, which can help the global warming or the impact on sustainability. At least if I talk about India as the representing country which we are there. So of course, it is always said that prevention is always better than cure. So if we as a rental company or the manufacturers take a small step in changing our fleet from the old traditional fuel mechanism to the electric or hybrid, we can definitely help the environment to go more sustainable and have less carbon emissions. We are working on this specifically. If I talk about Renties, like we have till now 45 to 50% fleet which is purely electric or hybrid, and we are aiming to increase it by 75% by 2024. So this is how we have taken our oath, or if we have a vision to contribute towards environment. And of course, there are a lot of benefits as well if you use electric over the traditional fuel mechanisms. So one is the immediate, if I talk about the benefits, like the immediate benefit is cost saving, because electricity is always cheaper than the fuel. For example, if you compare the fuel cost like diesel as compared to the electricity is always economical. Even this will have a direct impact on saving of your money. Also, if you see electrical vehicle like AWP, air working platforms have a less maintenance as compared to the diesel or primitive technologies. So if we go for the more and more into deeper, for example, if you choose the electrical vehicle over the diesel vehicle, you don't have to check the engine oil, cooling water, and there are so many filter components which you don't have to take care, because these components are not in the electrical vehicle. Mostly even the hydraulic components, you need not to take care because it works on the electrical principle, electrical motor principle. So this is how you can definitely save the costing, because in diesel there are frequent breakdowns as compared to the electrical one. So this is one of the savings. Of course, if you see the overall weight, the weight of the equipment as compared to the diesel, electrical is less compact, and it is compact. I'm going to say it's just compact, and that has less weight as compared to the diesel vehicle. So even the transportation, for example, most of these vehicles are coming. We are importing these vehicles from different manufacturers. So even it will save your transport cost, because the transportation, again, from one country to another depends on the weight. Even from India to India, for example, one state to state, different state, you can save your transportation cost. These are minute things, but definitely it add in weightage to your business, rental business. So additionally, if you see now the new mechanisms are coming in, for example, the hybrid models are also introducing. Even if we switch to hybrid, then also we can save the fuel consumption. So these are one few of the direct savings which we can do it if we choose electrical over diesel. There's one live case study which we did with few of our customers. Data almost varies depending on site conditions and the usage. But if I talk about one of my case in which we have given 3 vehicles to the same customer at the same site condition, the one was the complete purely diesel machine, which took almost 18 liters in 9 hours one shift. And if you just evaluate the cost of diesel, 100 rupees if we take an average, so it has already taken 1800 rupees average per day. This is an average consumption. We cannot be precise, but it was an average one. So if at the same site we given the hybrid also, the hybrid one was basically taking 8 liters in 9 hours, which is approximately, if we compare, so you know, direct saving of 1,000 rupees per shift. And these machines run for pan year, like full year, mostly these are running. So you can imagine 365 into 1,000 rupees per day. So this is a direct saving impact if you choose hybrid. Now, if you choose electric directly, then you have a better savings again, because electrical consumption, what we got on data was like for around 35 to 40 units, depending on the usage, to charge the EV vehicle into the premises. And again, if you consider max to max like 10 rupees per unit average, so this would be like 400 rupees. So diesel is costing you 1,800 rupees, which has an impact on your business, against hybrid 1,000 rupees, and electric it's just 400 approximately. So you see per day how much you can save. This is like one of the aspects I'm talking about. There are several aspects in which we can definitely contribute to the bigger picture in terms of business advantages, profits, and to the main concern, which is like global warming and the environmental impact. So this is one. And of course, like even if you once your EV vehicle is down, for example, if you have used for like 6 to 7 years, your battery wants to go off, like, and you scrap it. There's a better scrap price which you get even if you scrap the batteries. That's another thing which you can definitely do it to have your profits in your business. The second point, if I want to talk about, is like less downtime. We have evaluated because we are a rental company, so we keep on researching this topic into our rental fleet with the help of our service engineers. Like, what is a downtime? So, for example, in a diesel machine, downtime is really high, because if it gets breakdown, then there are like oil filters, fuel filters. There are lots of components in the diesel engine which need to be properly checked, and it takes time to repair. But if I talk about the electrical one, it is less complex, and even the breakdown is not that much frequent as compared to the diesel one. So of course, you can save on less downtime, which will definitely help you increase your rental revenue, because your one day breakdown is a direct loss to your business. So that's how we keep on checking on our fleet, which fleet is giving more business, which fleet is more advantageous. So of course, here's the live example we have evaluated. If I talk about the another point which can help us with electric vehicle over the diesel vehicle is you don't have to manage the fuel. For example, if your operator of the site in charge has to bring the diesel fuel from some remote location, or maybe at the site also, Then storing of the diesel is also hazardous, being inflammable. So it's better to avoid such risk how much you like as far as you can. Of course, we cannot reduce it to 100% because there are lots of machines which runs through diesel, but slowly and slowly, world is changing. No one would have thought of that these kinds of vehicle can also come in EV. Now, just to give you an example, Boeing is thinking to make a EV airplane. So that's the era which is coming up in the future. So why not to our industry we can leverage upon? So then, of course, if you talk about, as I already mentioned, that these are lightweight machines. So, of course, when you want to work, these machines can help you to work indoor also. Indoor means like the inside application of the any premises. So, if I talk about the specifically a diesel vehicle, these are mostly restricted to the outside work because they are like heavyweight and made for really rough terrains. So, but if I talk about the EV, it can work on rough terrains as well as the inside, which is like meant for light work. For example, the malls, airports. If you enter the main heavy diesel boom lifts or any kind of AWS access working platform, it will damage your floors. So if you choose to the electrical one, these are lightweights. You can easily have an access to the inside premises. And of course, there are some plants and industries or some premises, like for example, the airport, where you have to contribute, like give the statement like how you are reducing the CO2 emissions. And they are like the plants which are restricted for the CO2 emissions, where diesel machine will never work, but electrical will definitely pass and you can easily use these machines. Even like, for example, there are some sites, for example, if I talk about diesel and electrical, the sound which makes the noise pollution, which makes diesel is much higher than as compared to the electric. So again, if you want to work indoor and you want to have a machine with the less noise, electrical is the best option. If your construction site is closer to the less noise decibels zone, for example, the hospitals or some areas where the noise pollution should not be much, so electrical again is a better solution to leverage upon. Again, in night also you can work because the decibels is less, so even this machines can be used for night operations. The best and the main advantage for using is the supporting the environment, because there's no it is contributing to the CO2 emissions, less CO2 emissions, and again the diesel consumption is like we are not depending on the renewable, we are not depending on the diesel or the other fuel, but it's like something like renewable sources. So this is again the best advantage for using the electrical one. There was a really good example I like to share with you. Our customer went one more way. For example, I'm talking about charging with the electrical units, like using the electricity to charge the vehicle. One of my client has made a yard where they park their cranes and access equipment, and the rooftop is completely solar. So the entire access equipment which he's charging from the solar energy. So world is really creative and going towards all these innovative solutions where we have to think about it. So imagine like 14,000, 15,000 equipments we have in India, and if it slowly and slowly becomes 50% EV, so how much we are contributing to the environment. Delhi government has already banned the automobiles. Like after 10 years, you cannot use your normal diesel automobile into the city. Of course, in the construction industry also, the rules will slowly and gradually come. Maybe not this year, maybe next 2-3 years, the rules will come that you cannot use the diesel cranes or you cannot use the diesel equipments. So this is a time where the rental companies or any industry must switch to electric so that they are already equipped and they do not fall under this norm of scrapping the AWP access equipments. So that's why we are choosing all the equipments. If I talk about specifically renties, like we are choosing all the technology which is mostly moving to electric. For example, we have recently taken over mass climbing work platform as well, which is 100% electric. So again, the message is same. Like if we slowly and slowly contribute in a case where we can contribute to the environment and do much profitable business also, then we are definitely leading towards a green solution, and we are helping a coming generation to live and breathe easily. So this was all about the topic. If anyone want to ask, I'm available for the discussion.
Thank you so much, Sagar, for your excellent talk on electric and hybrid access equipment, road to sustainable and eco-friendly solutions. Thank you so much, Nitin, for your detailed analysis on balancing costs and performance goals, best practices for evaluating equipment rental and procurement. Thank you, Sama, for sharing your views on safety features and industry compliance while operating at height. B2B purchase is available on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also download our app from the Google Play or the App Store. We also request that viewers to stay tuned for future interactions. With that, today's interaction has now concluded. Thank you and goodbye.